And the opposition party in Abia State, the People's Democratic Party, is not happy with the state of affairs in Abia. The PDP has governed the state since 1999 until it lost power in 2023, but crying that the state is not well governed. Ikwuagu is the publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party in Abia State. He joins me now in the studio to speak more on this development.
Thank you for having me. 54
billion naira to renovate 51 schools and the rest, and you say the opposition is not happy.
It's mind-blowing.
What is wrong with that?
It's mind-blowing. Just like the governor just said that it wasn't 54 billion that he used 2.6 billion to renovate schools in 2014. But this is ZEP governor that said that his 2024 budget performed 90%. In fact, he said it was the best budget performance ever. Now, if he had budgeted 20% for education and he spent only 2.6 billion for renovation of schools, and then the total budget for that year is 550 billion. Don't you see something is right there? Now, the budget performance is not an estimation. It is the budget performance. You have made the estimation. Now, it is a CEFTAS by World Bank that states key into. Once you do they have a standard template, okay? So once you get money, revenue, income, and expenditure, so it's like naira and kobo. You receive 1 naira, you put it there, you expend it, you put it there. So in that particular column, under expenditure, you see that is showing on the screen. You see that under public renovation of schools, the total estimation was about 64 billion. Now, in the performance, Q4 2024, the governor spent 54.666 billion naira in renovation of schools. And we are asking, if you say you have paid that upfront, because that is what has been paid already. Now, if you check the next column, which is the Q1 and Q4, you see that they have added 4 billion that was spent in Q1 and then 54 billion that was spent in Q4, making it 58 billion. So we are asking, where are the schools in Abia State? See, we have looked through the performance quarterly as they come. You see very fictitious expenditure. 6.5 billion recreational facility, 10 billion for ICT. And we're asking, where are these things? So if we don't ask this thing keep coming up every day, and you attack the personality of people who ask you basic questions, where are these schools? The governor, through his spokesman, told us that he has paid upfront the 54 billion
to contractors.
And we asked, which benchmark, where has it happened? That we know that normal contractor agreement is to pay based on milestones achieved, okay? So you paid upfront since 2024, and this is almost 1 year. And we're asking, where are the schools? Now, they showed us some basic schools. They say this, they spent the 54 billion on. Very old building.
No, the government was very categorical. They've renovated 51 schools. But some, you see, the ruling party there will be saying, you were in power since 1999. You've just left power for 2 years and the rest. And why you being, an interloper in the development being brought by this government?
No, because we lost the election doesn't make us lose the moral ground to ask questions. See, because of the removal of subsidy, there's quantum of allocation that comes to these governors. And we are asking, we have the moral right as citizens to ask questions. Please, you have received 54 billion for this. You have spent it. Where are the schools? Because we lost the election, we cannot ask questions. And the governor has failed to show us where the schools are.
But don't forget that those schools were inherited from the PDP government.
But you have spent
renovation.
You have spent 54 billion in renovating them. Yes. Can we see the schools? Now, what they claimed, there is this idea that is innovation, development, effectiveness in the acquisition skills. That's the federal government World Bank program. They did 4 technical schools in Abia. The BCT Aba, Afra Technical, Omaha, and Ohafia Technical. The governor claimed that it is part of the 54 billion. No, it is not. Now, in Abia Police he's talking about, it is tech fund that is doing some projects there. It is different from this one we are talking about, for Christ's sake. These are monies from FAC allocations. So we ask the question, if yes, PDP lost the election, but you have received this thing on behalf of the Abia people, which I'm a member of PDP, and I'm still entitled to that money. I'm a taxpayer in Abia. And I ask this question, where are the schools? Now you claim 6.5 billion for recreational facility. Do you know that this particular government, through the budget performance report, claimed that they have paid 17 billion to civil servants, to pensioners? We found out that they were forced to forfeit their entitlement. And when you ask questions, he will tell you he didn't inherit
How
it.
possible is that?
It is happening in Abia State. I am saying this on national TV, and I let them quote me. The governor came to say that they have cleared 9 years pension arrears, whereas the fact is they were forced to sign some forfeiture. Can you ask somebody to? My mom, when she was alive, was a pensioner, and she never asked any person to forfeit for them. So you say you met the executive and tricked them. Today, the matter is raged. They are still in court with that. So, and if you look at the performance report, he has spent 17 billion. So we ask this question, that we have lost the election doesn't stop us from asking very pertinent question. This money you receive it. See, we expected fourfold performance. If the removal of subsidy has increased the revenue, we should see them. Is it only in Abia State?
I thought the Abia people are happy with the infrastructural revolution that Governor Otti
There's nothing happening in Abia. There is this comedian, they call Governor Amuneke. He will do the edit and show you the real thing that happens. That's what's happening in Abia State. We don't believe that when the governor invited the president to come and commission the road, it was just a single project. If he has done so much as you hear on social media, he has dominated, he has bought the social media, which is different from the reality on the ground. So if he has so much infrastructure to show, why will it be just one Port Harcourt road that has cost Abia State 6 billion per kilometer? 6 billion. The governor came out and told the world that he spent 36.5 billion to do a 6-kilometer road.
There is no doubt.
That is crazy.
Eric,
so that is what we are here for.
Sorry, mind your language. Eric Ikwuagu, there's no doubt that you got so much, to say concerning your state. But thanks very much for coming to,
Thank you for having me.
shed more light on this. Eric Ikwuagu is the People's Democratic Party State Publicity Secretary in Abia State. Thank you.